Hey guys, this is Cynthia Martinez. I have my associate's degree in child development, a bachelor's in early childhood education, and 15 years running an experience in childcare business. So I'm just going to be giving you some ideas of how I ran my business, and hopefully it'll help you in setting yours up. So the first thing I want to tell you is that you want to save all your receipts. Everything. Even if you go to a yard sale or garage sale, you want to write down the address, the date, what you bought, and how much you spent on it. It is all a write-off, and I'm going to tell you that you need to get a referred tax person with daycare experience. Not every tax preparer is the same. You want to get one that has childcare experience. And it is going to be a process. So let's dive right into it. Again, save every receipt because it is a write-off for tax credit. And whether it's in a shoebox or in a large gallon size bag with the year on it, or in an extra wallet in your purse just for receipts, you want to get in the habit of saving every single one. These purchases that, would count specifically for your daycare would be any kind of purchases that include toys or books, food, household items, cleaning products, decorative items for your home. That could be like a frame or a mirror or a couch set, appliances, detergents, hand soaps, everything that you in your home share with the daycare can all be included under household supplies. Office supplies that include pens, staples, paper, printers. Daycare supplies that would be specific for the business of your daycare would include like art supplies, activity materials, maybe hand sanitizer, things like that. And how are you going to keep track of all these things? Well, you're going to log it in. You're going to have to create either a table similar to this. You can either make one on your computer. You can create one on Excel. You can get one from your tax preparer, or you could just write it down like I have. You do need to break up your receipts. For example, at Target, you would normally purchase a variety of items. So you're going to have to go through your receipts and break it up. This much I spent on food, this much I spent on household supplies, this much I spent on office supplies. Target actually has a really good way of breaking things up already for you. But like I said, this is just a rough example. And at the end, you're going to total this up and give it to your tax preparer. You don't have to give it to them every month at the end of the month, but it is something to get into the habit of you doing at the end of each month. Set a time, maybe about 3 hours, and go through all your receipts, sort them out, break them up, log them in. And again, this will save you a ton of time and energy at the end of the year. It's all a write-off. So your tax person has to have experience with a daycare business. That's why having somebody refer them to you is essential. It can mean the difference between you owing nothing to owing $7,000. I'll let you know that one time I ended up having to pay an additional $3,000 because my tax preparer didn't appropriately write off or include all the possible write-offs that I, as a business in my home, was entitled to. Do you need a bookkeeper to keep track of all this stuff? Sure, they could help you, but no one's going to watch out for your money better than yourself. So you know how you're going to be managing these items in your home. If you're going to purchase a hammock for your family, that may be something that the bookkeeper would consider something specific to your family, like a personal use. But in the afternoon, you're going to use it to swing the daycare kids on there. Hey, that is under household supplies. So it is writable off. You can write it off. Once again, nobody knows how you're going to be using your items in your home better than you. No one's going to take care of your money better than you. So make sure that you do it appropriately and you stay on top of it. Also, the more space in your home that you use for your business, the more you can write off. So even if you put one child to sleep in a room for 30 minutes a day and that's all you use it for, you can write off that room. It does, of course, have to be child-proof per licensing, but it's definitely space that you can add to your write-off. In the end, the more rooms you use in your home, then the more of a percentage you can write off in utilities and other things. Is it worth it? It is a lot of work, but it is worth it for me personally. Having this business saved our home during the last recession in 2009. I got to be home and raise with my boys. Of course, being prepared helps tremendously. There are things that will happen, and because of that, it is good to have CPR and first aid certification, staying on top of it, and not truly seeing it like, oh, CPR again, but really getting into the habit of knowing what to do in case of something happening, of an accident. Go to your CDR trainings, go to licensing trainings, take child development classes. The more you know, the more prepared you'll feel. And, also staying on budget, having a good tax preparer. Once again, I can't highlight that enough. Here's an example of what my budget plan looks like. So I used to, of course, first and foremost, pay my mortgage, then my employee and things necessary for my employee like workers' compensation and quarterly taxes. Those were all number ones. Then I'd go to daycare insurance and pay that because, again, if accidents do happen. And then my personal bills, that was kind of like the last thing. And if I had any money left over, then I'd put it right back into the business. There's a lot of creativity that goes into your business when you're a teacher, where you don't have new brushes. Maybe you have a bunch of sticks and leaves that you can paint with instead. So it just goes a long way. I did include down here, if you charge $185 per child per week, that would come out to about $760 a month per child. If you had that would enable you that that would mean that if you have a small license, you could make up to $6,080 a month. Or if you have a large license, you can make up to $10,000 a month. I've been in the $10,000 range, but this isn't always the case. You have students that drop and then come back, and then you have some that only want to come so many days a week. In my contract, I will not take a child any less than 4 days a week. And this is because I run a schedule and it's a routine. And if they know that routine, they know what's going to happen next, and I will not have any behavioral issues. So it just it helps my sanity if everybody is here and knows the routine already. So this is Sunshine for Tots Family Childcare. This was my business. There you can see some of the kids doing activities. That's me holding Spider-Man there. And on the far right, that's me doing a science experiments we would do for our Halloween party every year. So what's made me successful is always maintaining a professional relationship with parents, always communicating with parents. It's not a drop and go kind of daycare. They drop off. I ask how their morning and night was. They pick up. I tell them how their day was, any behavioral issues, and always give them a positive note. I provide quality childcare to reduce turnover. My kids would start when they're babies and they would leave when they were in kindergarten. So just quality goes a long way, and always providing, a happy environment for a child and teaching them will equal a happy parent, and they'll be happy to pay whatever you're charging. So I want to leave you that if you recognize the importance of your job as an educator, you will grow to do it better every day. So if you have any questions on how to grow, please feel free to contact me. Let Ms. Mendez know, and we'll communicate. Good luck, you guys, and have a great day.